Welcome, everyone. Sorry to have given you a few seconds there of extra little intro action. But hey, here we are, week 6, Division 8 matchup between PZLD and SOH. I'm not Falcon. Very happy to be here with you today, and just gonna try to get my best look at this little matchup here between these two as we fight over artillery battery here in the middle. First season streaming, starting to get into it, starting to enjoy it. It's kind of fun. But strive to give you guys good environment, good overall perspective on how the entire match goes. Today I'll be streaming from the side of PZLD, who will be the allies. And so I'm very much looking forward to some of the action that we will be presented with and what kind of things are in store for us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some of the rules that we're going to be facing. Nothing's changed. This is pretty much what you're used to when it comes to rules. One man arty, one man only. Only one man on the gun, only one gun. Nobody loading for him, nobody doing any other things, rotating the gun, whatnot. Just the one person, keeping it fun. We'll see how Update 19 kind of plays into all this and what the competitive meta is going to go moving forward when it comes to one man arty with self-propelled artillery vehicles coming into play. But hey, today we don't have to worry about that. One man already only. Indestructible nodes, second bit of information we want to keep. Once they get them up, we want them to stay up. We want everybody to be able to generate resources as much as they can. And it is up to the commanders on how they handle that. Third, Panther ban, still, even with Update 18 kind of rolling out, balancing some of the tank stuff. We are happy to report Panther is still banned for the time being. We'll see how that plays in as things move forward as well. And last but not least, not on the list, commander ability for the arty strike is not available. So neither team's going to be able to have that in their arsenal. Take a peek quick at the standings here. As you see, my dink doink still ticking around in the background there. So these teams currently sit down towards the bottom portion of Division 8. However, there is still lots to be decided when it comes to the playoff standings, playoff brackets, and whatnot. So both teams eager to come into today's matchup, trying to get that win, trying to move up in the standings, and try to just kind of muddy up the waters a little bit as we get closer and closer to playoff time. 27th, though, leading the pack fully as 4-0. 11 ID, though, nail biter. They lost out to 27th, but some pretty good matches there at the very start, but overall, lots of fun action going on in Division 8 here. So plenty to stay tuned for as we move towards the playoff brackets. So at Falcon Studios, we've been a little busy the last few days, so I do regret to inform the teams I do not have any fun little standing set up and how we're going to talk about how all the different kills to death ratios and kills per minute match up to each other, but hey, gives a little bit more excitement and how these teams are going to play up against each other. So right now, still waiting on everybody to get in, still waiting for everything to materialize so that we get everybody in and go in. So here for the time being, we're just going to focus on seeing what little pre-game shenanigans kind of go along here as I just update myself on the chat, just make sure I'm not missing anything. They're not screaming at Falcon to get in a different squad or something like that. They told me I could create my own squad. So hopefully we'll be able to see some of the fun command chat pings that go out from the side of PZLD as we look to follow the action, get a little insight where their heads are at, as we can also see both sides due to the admin cam privileges that we have. So be fun, be exciting. But nonetheless, here we are. So let's talk a little bit about the points that we're going to be working with today as I get my little drawing tool out here. Okay, so we are going to be fighting over artillery battery. That's one of the things I love about Omaha Beach, is just that everything is kind of its own fun little midpoint. Nothing's really the same. So, artillery battery. Things that we're focused on here. Big major areas of combat that we're going to see. This road for sure is going to have a lot of fun. For the allies in particular, controlling this row of houses is going to be huge, whether we move on to WN71 right here or WN70 for that second / fourth point. as far as it goes to controlling the sector, it looks like there's our flip. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But one thing I do have to kind of stress out to people today at Falcon Studios, we are going solo on handling the interns. So just kind of heads up, if I do have to step away for a second, oh, I crashed. All right, if I do have to step away for a moment, it will be quick just to take care of them, but I'll be back. I'll leave the camera in a good old spot. Let's go ahead and give you guys just a fun matchup here as we look at the screens, and I work to try to get everything put back together here. So yeah, Mama Falcon, or CEO of Falcon Studios, is off having some fun. It's another location, so ultimately the production crew and the interns are stuck together tonight. So we'll kind of just see how this all plays out. But I will still be here providing as much of the action as possible. Make sure I got the right password into there. Nope, wrong password. Lots of crashes. Looks like we may have had a lot of issues that happened there. I don't know if we're gonna be live, but we're gonna play it as if we are live. We pop up here into the Gamecast. Right, so don't want to be able to betray people's comms. We got them all up here. Comms have been deleted, so we're not going to hear all the backside stuff. But it looks like everything is going the way that it should. PlayStation sounds on. Of course, you guys can hear my soothing voice in the background there. Not as good as Smithers. But I have heard that people put it and fall asleep to it. So, you know, I never thought I had that kind of voice, but hey, to each his own. Looking at artillery batteries, we look to try to get in started here. We've got, let's see, as far as the Allies go, one truck looking to brave that main road. We've got medium going off bottom, Stuart going off middle. And as far as the Axis side goes, we've got medium south, recon south, and Lux all bunching up on the southern side. So we got 2 tanks for the Allies, 3 tanks for the Axis coming in. Let's go ahead and see where all the dust settles with the initial push here. Now, Axis definitely favored to get to this point a little bit faster than the Allied side, just simply because that bottom lip of Omaha Beach can slow them up just a few extra seconds that prevent the Allies from getting into the point. But nonetheless, I have seen it before where the Allies get there before. Initial action coming in, both teams starting to push into the point here as they both enter the soft cap sector. SOH starting to drop people off in the fields. And yet we still are working to get some PZLD guys. First one starting to come through. Axis truck getting to the artillery battery first as a flare goes up, revealing a whole lot of nothing right now. But we do have Kim Jong and Pharaoh's Lair hopping out of that. Going to be placing OPs, trying to get as many people up here as they can. And many of you guys may hear in the background as Kim is our first fatality today. Luckily that OP is up, and so they'll be able to respond back on it. I have had an intern incursion here in the broadcasting booth, so if you do hear them in the background, I do apologize for that. But just know that we are a family company here at Falcon Studios, and proudly support anybody, you know, that might be able to relate to the old family life here. Barlow moving on up, trying to brave that inside line into the bunker here. As we can see, this chock full of SOH players here. And already comes in, eliminating those guys coming off the front side. Lux trying to plug the hole in the northern side of artillery batteries. It looks like PZLD has taken up a strong position to hold the southern portion of the map here. So very good play. Definitely map edge, something that you want to be able to focus on as PZLD looks to place plenty of bodies down there. Green Puff trying to man that machine gun lair as he looks to try to get position on some of these SOH guys that start peeking their heads outside of the artillery battery. And we can see a Puma finding its way into the northern portion as more and more rockets coming into the side. So PZLD very going with the strong tactic of trying to work around the outsides. You can see they've claimed the northern portion around Church and Beerville-sur-Mer, as well as the southern portion. So this really is so far pigeoned SOH into a kind of a difficult position here on artillery battery, where they have very strong control over the middle hard cap. But as far as other areas go, PZLD is going to start being able to kind of choke them out a little bit here. So be interesting to see how the rest of these fights kind of go here as SOH now starts to move out of the bunker area as Bible Marv, hoping to go spread some of the good word through the course of his handy-dandy army-issued pocket Bible, I'm sure. Just try to find a quick route into there. As he gets some shots off on Zinadade, Extrindade. I butchered that. I apologize. But Bible Marv still alive, pushing forward here as we can see our X-ray vision. Unfortunately, Castiker's coming up on Bible, taking him out of competition. Our apologies here. Another disclaimer here at the Falcon Cast: we do not like to promote the idea of the Caster Curse, but we are very well aware that such events occur. And while we try to give as many people screen time as possible, along with that screen time comes the potential probability that the Caster Curse may come into effect. So no ill will is done with that, other than just to make sure we give you as much good screen time as possible. All right, so supply truck for the Axis going just underneath of us here as we pan out a little bit more to kind of get an idea of how we're sitting on the hard cap sector, and where PZLD and SOH respectively are. We can see that Puma still holding that northern hedgerow. So as of right now, PZLD will start to lose a foothold, it looks like, in the north, having been eliminated from Beerville-sur-Mer from the church. And so right here, watching as SOH tries to move up into these areas, regardless of that fourth point for them, this is a key little area because all roads lead to this area. So getting up, securing these houses right here is a very good strategic move, and no doubt something PZLD is going to look to be trying to do for themselves as well. Looking at the overall Falcon camera here, now that we've been able to get into the match here, so we're dealing with pretty much straight points here on the southern edge, with the exception of Crossroads, which is the one offset point. So both teams are going to look to try to control this sector, as we were just talking about, try to get into the church. SOH still try to batter in here on the southern side, but PZLD looking pretty good on that end to try to hold that up. Garrison network looks good. But overall, both teams looking to settle in here as we do start to get a little bit of incursion from the SOH side up to the north, and possibly looking to get a wraparound. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye out on that, as it looks like initial transport truck that was piloted by Kim Jong is now up in flames. But PZLD still looking to push more and more people from the south, which will be a good avenue of attack for them as they look to try to get back in. Looks like Lux is moving up the southern hedgerow as Bocephus has its eyes on it, just trying to stay hidden inside of his little bush here and make sure nobody sees him. Fortunately, Lux appears to have caught wind that he is in the area. As we say, rocket, good rocket though, coming in, missing, unfortunately. But going and being marked out here as they are moving towards it. Kim Jong Nugs, though, looking to get on the northern side here as K-Man looks like he's got the Grand, so no Satchel going to be there to be able to help out and trying to get additional pressure into the bunker here, but Kim Jong moving on in. Let's see. Looks like Garrison spawn wave or OP spawn wave happened as Kim Jong moves around to avoid getting tied into there. Kim Jong getting shots on SOH. Vagod, but Vagod able to get the end of that. Cap pressure coming in both points, though. It looks like PZLD able to respond back to the WN70 push here, but starting to control a little bit more here as they are starting to claim that southern portion and push more and more bodies in. So, one Garrison sitting in the middle of hard cap now for artillery battery for SOH. Lux moving away. But K-Man getting a good rocket into the backside. Appears to have engined the Lux, so Lux is now sitting dead in the water. Does K-Man have one more rocket? Looking to potentially get an angle on him as one guy gets out, eliminated, another one taken out, Makarov taken out. Lux left all alone here as the gunner is the only person there. Left to try to fend off whatever he can, but with the rocket plays coming here, Bible Marv looking to get a shot onto that Lux here, no doubt. Will he be able to get around in enough of a position on the back side of that Lux to take him out? Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, as he pulls out the bazooka. Taking a shot, Olivera eliminated, Lux following suit. So we are nearing 1/3 of the way captured here for PZLD on artillery battery as we start to see it looks like a Stuart tank pushing into the soft cap sector here for the Allied side. Now it looks like a friendly bombing run here for the Allied side, moving in, going to go over the top of that P4, and it's going to leave it a little crippled here on the backside. So P4 going to go ahead and try to shuffle on back, see what it can do to try to gain a little bit more of a healing rep here. But good bombing run to clear out that southern portion here as PZLD, with the exception of the back, who's still kind of hiding in the backside of those hedges. Still going to be fighting off, trying to prevent PZLD from moving forward, but PZLD now nearing 2/3 of the way capped on this middle portion. Let's go ahead and take a quick look, see how our fight's going to the north, as that's where that incursion was coming in earlier from SOH. Looks like PZLD has been able to respond to it pretty well, pushing him back to the courtyard south of the church, you know, those little houses. Nearing 90% of the way capped here, so PZLD doing very well to get back in. Let's go ahead, we're going to take a look and see how many OPs get back up here for SOH. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currently sitting in soft cap area. So 5 seconds in here, nothing quite yet. So this northern portion, very big. If they can come in and get these guys eliminated as that OP gets put down, but is immediately taken out here from F Squad. And Pharaoh's Lair, Nasty cleaning it up very well on the northern side to prevent PZLD from getting back in. So just 2 recon OPs in the north side. No OPs with the exception of C Squad have been put back up here. So SOH stands to lose a good amount of ground here, allowing PZLD to just push back on up into the point and try to capitalize on that ground that they put. One garrison already going up in the south as the majority of the SOH guys come off of the northern garrison just behind the farm area in the orchards area. So let's go ahead. We got Stuart trying to jump on in. Yagod here. Only buddy with anything that could potentially do anything, but rocket. Woo! Big rocket from Malak coming in here and taking out the Stuart as it tried to dive in and cause a little bit of havoc. We are past the first 10 minutes, so a heavy tank for the Allies could have been well in order. So Commander Osiris could have just said, yeah, go do some stuff, go mess with them, and see what you can do so I can give you that 76. As it spawned in the bottom, waiting for H Squad to go ahead and get right back up into that. All right. So looking at it from here, PZLD definitely going to want to try to do what they can to establish a garrison up in the Virville-Sumer portion. But it looks like they might have a very good portion ability to just kind of run right into orchards off of that northern presence. So it might not be long before they get some type of pressure onto that orchards with the given benefit of Jay-Z and Muffin Man kind of storming their way through up there. Kim Jug Nugs, though, taken out by ratio automatic. Atomic. Whew. I promise I know how to read. Sometimes try to put all the words together. Seth taking one out. Atomic still back there, bandaging up, trying to make repairs as the rest of his buddies come off of the backside. Vita Loca, hoping to live a little of Vita Loca. Looks like he is trying to make a charge right into the point there. Helping out Atomic here as Seth and Bocephus both here on a collision course for all of each other. Bocephus, though, a little hindered with the Browning there, but doesn't seem to let it affect him as Vita Loca also throwing grenades here. Gonna go right on top of Bocephus. Bocephus, we're gonna go ahead and give you a few seconds here, just watch it kind of blow up, just to make sure that you give we give everybody plenty of time. But hey, if you want to save that, post that to your TikTok, channel. Show everybody what a real man's video game's like. There you go, there's your clip. All right, PZLD starting to doing pretty well at containing that farmhouse area, trying to prevent SOH from pushing in. Nasty and Oga killing. Okay, so Garrison has gone up in SM or Beerville-sur-Mer. Now, most likely trying to get another one placed. They should be able to get one just inside of this little complex here as Nasty and Norm and Malak kind of move up all together, with Nasty taking the brunt, or the nasty end of that little engagement. Got a truck coming in. Okay, Axis forces going to look to try to do what they can to secure up that area. Get some type of garrison or spawn put up into here. As Commander, name was here for a second. Commander Sergio. There, JC though able to get behind, get a little bit of action there on Norm there. Killa though going off to the Commander, gets him out, pulls out the bazooka, and with a big 1-2 punch, takes out Commander and scares the crap out of the truck. But we know the second rocket's coming. Boom! There you go. Oga killing. There's your clip as well. Muffin Man trying to get up and ask JC if he knows a little bit about him and his capabilities. As the Muffin Man, who's looking to roll down the lane there. Pharaoh's Lair and Condor getting an angle, clearing out the remaining SOH guys as we start to see the medium Sherman here pop on up and cause some damage here for SOH. Or for PZLD, I apologize. All right. So SOH doing very well here, or sorry, PZLD doing very well at slowly boxing SOH in here. Ideally, you probably want to get one more garrison up and down on the southern side, because SOH currently has nothing on this bottom portion. And, looks like we do have one marked, potentially, in that wheat field there, but, or not wheat field, but a giant open field, but that's not going to be existent in there. So SOH really forced down to their one garrison. Just we're located back here behind orchards. So if PZLD can jump in and claim some of this ground back, that's going to be huge for them as they just continue to take chunk plays away from SOH here. But the Tiger Tank moving on up says, nope, this is my territory, Mr. Sherman. But rockets in kind coming from K-Man. And on the backside here by Vegas, trying to avenge the loss of that medium Sherman there. Now the Tiger Tank has backed their way up here, been able to get a little bit of a backside protection there, knowing that the American Bazooka can't do too much if it goes from the side or from the front. But Bible Marv coming in clutch here to try to get behind, as it is eliminated here by some SOH players here on the backside. But Oga killing, trying to come back in, get more killing here, as this Tiger is very much surrounded here by allied soldiers here. Looks like K-Man doesn't have any rockets with him at the moment, but Oga killing, able to get a good little hit on the Tiger. Gonna definitely force him to come back. More and more rockets coming in. Brolo, even though Ricochet, that's still a heck of a rocket shot. So it looks like PZLD has spent some time practicing their rockets. And that's starting to show as they're connecting solidly here from good range on those rocket shots. So good work to everybody on PZLD there on brushing up on those rockets. His armor has become such a big advantage here for the respective teams as they become, for the lack of a better term, more tanky. They move faster, they can take more bullets. And yeah, it makes it even more fun for us infantry players to have to try to get around and battle them. But alas. And let's make sure everything is going all right with the stream here. All right, and it appears that we are live there. So awesome. Okay, cool. All right, PZLD making good progress here into the orchards portion as Kim Jong Nugs is able to take out the SOH defender here. And Norm also making his presence known. Oga killing, loaded with some new rockets. Trying to get around as this Tiger continues to push on back here. Being chased by two Arty men here, or not Arty men, but AT men. Both callouts going on that Panzer IV though, as the Tiger is the one that's injured. Panzer IV doesn't currently have any damage to it, but Tiger definitely trying to do what they can to stay alive. As these appear to be the only Axis tanks on the field at the moment. But lurking just behind them, the first 76 has come off of the southern HQ. Looking to get some angles on both of these tanks. Let's go ahead and take a look and see where we are sitting here in terms of the 76. Perched up on the hillside with a good overlook here of the southern portion of Orchards. But let's see, looks like maybe one of those tanks was taken out as a precision strike. Appears to have come in from Commander Osiris. And so Commander Osiris looking good on that precision strike. Good work taking out that Panzer IV that just unfortunately stayed there a little too long to be able to be spotted by that. So 70, the Tiger now still back in a fight for its life here as it is trying to maneuver through those trees. Now, let's see, I don't believe these trees are accessible or easy to kind of get through, and that the driver's going to have to be kind of guided through, because those very well could stop this the tank. I don't know about the heavy tank. I know it could definitely stop the trucks. It's been a little while since I've driven through that area, but definitely if it does, if it gives the tanks a hard time here, and if they get caught up on those trees, it could be a little bit of a damaging location as he just continues to try to back up and get out of the way as Vegas, like a bloodhound on his front there. 76 starting to get some shots onto him though. Tiger might not be long for the world here, as it appears 76 might have him in his sights. Oh, but another ricochet here, unfortunately for the 76. It means the Tiger's going to be able to continue to back up here. Will it get one more shot into it? It gets another shot, another rocket from K-Man though. Vegas looking for a way to get around this hedge here, but not expose himself too much to this tank. And the other infantrymen on the backside, but K-Man able to come in, sacrifices the body for the shot. K-Man taking out the Tiger tank, leaving SOH in kind of a desperate situation here for tanks. As we can see another one coming out of the southern HQ. So let's see if PZLD is going to be able to continue holding their advantage here as a bombing run here for Osiris, who's just kind of been money with the other strikes. Is going to be able to do get everything here. So it looks like it does miss the garrison. So Duarte able to get around and get Vegas. But spawning still available off that garrison here for SOH. But PZLD coming in strong from the south and from the east as the presence of SOH continues to get boxed out of Orchards. So just like those of you in the NBA, this is the Hell Let Loose figurative blockout, just trying to box people out of the sector here. So PZLD doing a very good job at managing SOH, kind of forcing them into small areas, and then kind of working to get them slowly pushed out as SOH just struggles to kind of respond to the forces of the PZLD advance here. Oh, but now it looks like Garrison has been eliminated. I was wondering because we were getting a heck of a lot of people coming off of other spawns and not a big bloom off of the orchards portion here. So as we near the 1 hour and 4 minute mark, PZLD setting up very nicely here to potentially go up 4-1, pending help from a reinforce and strong push here from the SOH crew. As it stands, Malak's the closest person that could potentially have supplies available for SOH. So that box that Malak is carrying is very important at the moment. Looks like we are starting to get some pressure on the backside here as one man only, Yagod, back here trying to get up into the Porsche, trying to get up into the cap. But oh, look at that. That Tiger tank that just spawned in, taken out. So right now SOH in very dire straits, even though we do see some cap pressure coming in. That's coming in from one guy, Yagod, who's sitting right in the middle of artillery battery. So all it's going to take is one, maybe two guys to pop back in there and eliminate him, and all that cap progress on battery will go away. But now SOH not going to have a heavy tank available for another probably 7 minutes or so. Going to be really difficult for them to kind of get back into the armor, as the armor advantage definitely going in the way of PZLD. As 176 is rolling off of the southern HQ again right now, it looks like. And the other one here on the southern side of Orchards, just kind of owning that whole ground and territory. It's going to come up against a Panzer IV that we can see kind of moving up into the southern portion, but it's going to be a tall task for that Panzer IV to take out that heavy. While it does stand a little bit of an advantage to do that, or not an advantage, but a little bit of hope to do that, Vegas doing what he does best back there, just harassing the Panzer IV, not letting it get up into the point to even be a problem for that 76. So right now, we've got this incursion, this push from PZLD on the southern side, just really taking it to these Panzers as they try to get out of the spawn here, as another one falls victim. Or sorry, not another one, but as that original Tiger tank there, and I'm locked in my position here. There we go. That Tiger tank gets taken out, and the Panzer IV are not able to advance forward as it just keeps getting battered in the back lines here, trying to get up into the point. Now, point progress coming back in favor of PZLD. As supplies did fall for the Germans for SOH on the backside, but looks like they were quickly taken out, at least the remaining portion. Garrison was able to get put up though, so they will get some type of spawn as Vegas takes out the back. And will he get an angle here on this Garrison here, as B Squad has it marked? Unaware, I don't know if Vegas is part of B Squad. Yes he is, so he would know that that Garrison has been marked, and the other one and the rest of his teammates are slowly closing in, as better part of 7-8 blueberries are pushing in, as Zupelli kind of just by himself tries to do what he can to stay alive and help this Garrison stay up. Condor elegantly trying to fly in. Rolo also eliminated from Zupelli, also takes out Kim Jung, but not enough to take out 4 people. He took out 3, not enough to take out 4, as VS-21 getting on top of that Garrison and eliminating it. So let's take a look. Okay, so both heavy tanks now for the Allies coming up on the southern side here, going up against these Panzer IVs, so that's going to be action that we can see here soon. But something I want to bring attention to here is allies already have a box here with D Squad prepped to lay that garrison as soon as this point ticks over. So we could be seeing PZLD with immediate pressure here on Crossroads once this point flips. So let's go ahead and take a look, see how SOH is going to respond as we see supplies for them are being dropped on the backside. Panzer IV moving on up, but a little too late as PZLD owning that cap takes it 4-1. Go ahead and see if our score bug updates here. Normally it takes about 30 seconds for it to go ahead and update here appropriately. And there we see it, cap progress already contested here on Crossroads. Barrow's Lair going to take a big advantage here if they can get that supply drop right there. As nobody from the SOH side is there to kind of caress it and get that garrison up. Closest is Commander Sergio here. So this supply drop right here playing a very important role in this deciding the outcome of the next 20 minutes or so of this match. But PZLD spawning multiple bodies off that garrison that went up right off that supply route. And flooding bodies into this point. They are all in, now locking out the middle cap sector. Garrison taken out. I did see one very briefly there on the backside, but Brolo getting in with a rocket play. Again, rockets coming in huge for PZLD, as now they have locked out middle HQ. No spawns currently exist for SOH in the back line there area, and PZLD moving in and owning all of Crossroads here. So SOH is in dire straits here with PZLD just pushing and forcing their way here into the point, trying to get as many bodies back into the sector as they can, trying to fill OPs. Most likely calls going out to all OPs in the area to get them filled. Get all 6 people in there as SOH struggles to get some guys back in here as they're forced to come off of the bottom HQ. No garrisons currently on the field for SOH. All coming off of OP plays here. Cap progress now nearing 66% of the way capped here for PZLD, with Godinenko here using that shotgun to his advantage, just thundering off as the desperation strafe comes in. Nope, that was a friendly strafe here from Commander Osiris. Not quite the desperation strafe though for PZLD. But SOH, I mean, looking to try to get as much there. But as we are nearing probably 85% of the way capped here, we are moving very quickly towards a PZLD 5-0. So PZLD 5-0 within the better part of about 30 minutes of total game time, as that countdown clock was set to that 27 mark. So PZLD coming in deciding fashion, eliminating SOH 5-0 in a matter of about 30 minutes. So what a display of aggression here from PZLD as they came out wanting to make sure their presence was known, to want to improve to 4-2 here, and hopefully help themselves as they move up in the standings and prep towards the push here into the final postseason here in Division 8. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and get some stats pulled up here for the moment. Once it's done, we'll go ahead and flip over and see what that looks like. Because, yeah, that was... I'm very interested to see what the armor kills and everything looks like here, as PZLD kind of looked like they dominated every kind of statistical tract there. So definitely something to look at here as we wait for the minutes to kind of tick out here. All right, so let's go ahead. We don't need to see that, but I'm going to go ahead and shift it over here now as we're waiting for the final seconds to tick away here. All right, so we got TPL, we got my Yeti going here. do some matchups so you don't have to listen to just my annoying little voice on the backside here. But let's go ahead and take a look here now that this match has ended. All right. Total kills. So Roar XD leading out the charge here with 33 kills. Brolo, 31. Meso here for SOH here. Able to go ahead and get in the top 3 with 28 with the artillery gun here. So definitely able to get some good progress there and trying to eliminate some of those PZLD guys here from that competition. But overall, the top 13, 12 of the top 13 going to PZLD here, with total kills going 252 to 122. So PZLD definitely owning the kill gap there, almost by 120, 130 kills there. Machine gun 11 to 1, artillery advantage going in the way, of the Axis SOH. Armor 32-23. No snipers, looks like we're on the field, but with Commander Osiris there, 10 commander kills to 0 on the SOH side. Grenades and bazookas. Now bazookas, as we were seeing through the course of that match, on point for PZLD, so good work on everybody there doing their practice to make sure they could hit their marks for the bazookas and eliminating a lot of those tanks, helping their tank crews out, as a lot of those AT guys came in clutch. And then as far as the kill differentials by team go, yeah, we are ultimately all the way down here to rank 27 is where the first person here for SOH comes in, dead even here. So everything just kind of goes to show how dominant PZLD was in that matchup. So I appreciate you for tuning in today. Let me experience this with you as PZLD 5-0's SOH in about 30 minutes, and making it very much exciting to see how the rest of the playoff picture is going to shake up here for Division 8. So again, I'm Night Falcon. Appreciate anybody that could help me out by giving a like, a subscribe to this current stream as we try to grow our audience and become more and more, get a little bit more features from the YouTube overlords that comes only with additional subscriptions. So anything that you guys can do to help, I greatly appreciate it. But quick recap. SOH able to come out real fast, get the initial cap, but PZLD not far behind in getting back, getting that mid cap, and then just owning the rest of that match. So good luck to both these teams as they move forward into the rest of the TPL postseason, and look forward to seeing how both of them react and move forward into that latter portion of the season. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.